Hello, this is Grace Chadding, and I'm the founder of Relationship Academy, where we teach lessons that they didn't teach at school. So before we get going, if you could make sure your mobile switched off and grab a notepad and pen to take any notes that you might need to, record. So we're looking at relationship mastery for couples, and this is just the introductory video to that, looking at mend it, don't end it. So if your relationship or your marriage is in trouble at the moment, I just want to give you some statistics. The rate of marriage has seriously declined certainly in UK and Europe since the early 1970s, and there's been a rise in lone parent families. Now, the ongoing rise in family breakdown has mainly been driven by the dissolution of cohabiting relationships rather than married couples. The number of people getting married, as I say, has gone down. The number of divorces has gone up, but family breakdown has been mainly with those families where the couple have not been married. So the statistics are something like, the European data shows that by a child's fifth birthday, 1 in 12 married parents have split up. But actually, almost half of cohabiting parents have split up before the child's 5. So quite a high level of breakdown with cohabiting parents. And of course, what happens then is children growing up in lone parent families, they're not having a two couple relationship role model for them, and there is an intergenerational transmission of family breakdown that the statistics show that if you grow up in a lone parent family, the chances are later on your relationship is more likely to break down. So what does that mean, and why is that important? Well, if you've got a family and you're thinking of separating, it is worth understanding that the chances are your children will grow up to have poor relationships as well. Now, I'm not saying this to make you feel bad. I'm actually saying this to raise your awareness of the fact that it has got serious ongoing consequences. One of the other things is that a third of, about 60% of children growing up in lone parent families will, they won't have any experience by the time they're 16. They won't have any experience of what it's like to be with two parents, because it would all have happened since they were very young. So it is a bit of a dilemma for these children growing up, and the rate of teenage pregnancies are really much higher with those girls who've grown up in lone parent families. This is not knocking lone parents, because I was a lone parent for myself with 3 children for the best part of 10 years. Most lone parents do a valiant job. The statistics just show that those children growing up in those families are disadvantaged. 70% of young offenders come from lone parent families. So, the high level of family breakdown, it stretches across the socio-economic spectrum, and it indicates that many people who started out loving each other, they really struggle to maintain healthy relationships. And, you can think, well, why is it that people go from this, quite sure that they're going to spend the rest of their life together, they're going to love each other, and everything's going to be wonderful, and they finish up like this, screaming and shouting at each other, can't stand each other. Now, why does that happen? I've come to realize that actually it's not marriage that is the problem. It's not even couples getting together to live together that is the problem. It's the fact that couples don't ever learn about how to conduct a healthy relationship. People don't know what makes relationships work. So whenever they hit difficult patches, they don't know how to put things right. And in fact, it's because nobody ever taught them. You know, we go to school and we learn about all manner of careers and professions. We go to school and college and university, and then, you know, we go and we can learn how to drive, how to ski, how to cook, how to speak different languages. We learn all kinds of things, but nobody ever teaches us how to do relationships well. And especially after that, you know, honeymoon period has worn off. How do you keep that going? In fact, there is a way of keeping that honeymoon feeling going, but nobody ever teaches you that. And most people, when they're caught up in it, it's all so wonderful, they think it will never end, that it only happens to other people, it won't happen to them. And so the thing is, you know, you might be one of those couples who are thinking of breaking up and thinking, well, is it too late? And I would say, no, it's not too late. You can mend it, don't end it. Yeah, and you can pass the learning on to your children and grandchildren. Now, I'm going to take you through a series of videos that will take you through step by step how to give your really best shot to turning this marriage or your relationship around, to get it back on track again. And I would encourage you to take this seriously. The thing is, if it doesn't work out, you know that you've given things your best shot. You'll know that you've tried your best, and you won't be haunted by wondering, well, I wonder what might have happened if I had really given it a go. Part of the reason why I created these videos is because working as a family mediator, I would see couples sometimes when we got to the stage where we were negotiating the division of their property and assets and sorting out contact arrangements with the children. Some of those couples, you could see that they did, with the passage of time, they did actually still care about each other. And many people are not prepared for how painful divorce and separation can be, and the difficulties involved in, you know, children having two different households and parents living in two different households, and you know, the reduction in each of the parents' resources in terms of money and time and energy. There's a lot less to go around, and mostly people didn't realize it was going to be so difficult, and many of them wish that they had perhaps tried a little bit harder before they split up. So I'm encouraging you to really give this your best shot, and like I say, if it doesn't work, you'll know that you did try your best. So I look forward to taking you through these other videos. Bye now.